16.
A short kick taken at the 18. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. A collegiate star here in the Buckeye State, it's J.K. Dobbins.
Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Here's Jackson. Dancing to his left. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down.
Well, you know, paramount for this defense is trying to keep Lamar Jackson somewhat contained when he tries to run. They did a pretty good job of it there.
And you know what's so difficult for every defense that has to prepare for Lamar Jackson? You have to think and play at the same time. And I know that sounds like something you're supposed to do, but when you have to think about your assignments against him, it often slows down your feet. You don't move as fast. You've got to be prepared for this guy every step of the way and then try and match his athleticism.
Eluding the pressure right.
He'll get that to the rookie from Minnesota, Rashad Bateman. And he will have a Ravens 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That is definitely what we call on defense an uh-oh play. And what you mean by that is against Lamar Jackson, when you see him out of the pocket, your first thought is, uh-oh, he's going to try and run it. How do I get to him and get him on the ground? And guess what? That didn't happen, and his receivers took advantage.
Off the play fake to Dobbins, here's Jackson. That ball caught. It's Mark Andrews, the tight end.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Back-to-back 11-yard gains, and they've got another 1st down. Here's Jackson to throw.
And that'll be complete to Dobbins.
And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Back-to-back 11-yard gains, and they've got another 1st down. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1.
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins.
And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
These two teams met in Cincinnati earlier in the year with the Bengals coming out on top. So a win here in Cincinnati would give them the season sweep 2-zip. Coming up on 2nd and 7.
Jackson. Flushed out right. And he wisely will throw that one away.
Well, this defense for the Bengals, they were terrific last week in the win over Denver.
And what keyed their victory? The pass rush. Got to the quarterback 6 times for sacks, and plenty of other turbulence in the pocket for him as well. Hard to throw the ball downfield when all you're seeing is opposing jerseys come at you.
Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but here's 3rd down. From the gun, it's Jackson. He'll find Dobbins out of the backfield. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I'm not sure that this play was designed for him specifically, but they got through the progressions and got the ball to him. So, second catch on the drive. He may not be a primary guy, but they definitely want him involved, don't they?
Absolutely. This early, the opening drive, as you said, 2 catches. So, if they can get him going in the passing game, that should open up his running game, too. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. Flush to his right. Open space inside the 10. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5.
Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
1st and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. Jackson. And in for the Ravens touchdown. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Ravens take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Justin Tucker for the extra point. And the Ravens lead at 7-0.
Makes the score Ravens 7, Bengals nothing. Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Burrow and the Bengals with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
The former 2nd-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
So, CD, this defense, they know that they have to be at their very best when they're taking on a team here that's in the midst of a winning streak that's now stretched over multiple months. Not weeks, months.
And I think the challenge they put upon themselves is, we want to be the guys to end that streak. And what's working in their favor? The winning streak on the other side. Sometimes that carries a burden with it because they feel like they have to play perfectly as well. Let's just go out there and get them is the idea.
From the 29,
Burrow.
and the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Michael Pierce, in all of his 340-pound glory, gets the sack.
So that'll leave Burrow and the Bengals with a 3rd and long after that sack we just saw.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll be forced out of bounds shy of the line of scrimmage, so that'll be credited as a sack.
That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th. The Bengals bring out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds.
At their own 27-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. So, Charles, the season winding down, the playoffs obviously not in their future. As they look ahead to the offseason, what spots do they maybe need to fill?
Well, I think that they like the guy who's calling the plays and throwing the ball. I think that he's a pretty good player.
And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. The Clemson product, DJ Reader, got in for the sack.
What a nice read and play by the defensive tackle. Never bought the play-action fake. Went right for the quarterback and put him on the ground.
They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12. Now it's Jackson. Forced out to his left. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
And he is such a tough quarterback to defend because you got to remember, arguably, he's more dangerous outside the pocket than he is in it. But how about the job they did defensively to stay with the receiver and knock the ball away? I think they had a sigh of relief there because oftentimes when he gets outside the pocket, big plays result downfield.
And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of first as the tackle is made at the 33. That'll bring up 4th down. They wind up getting 8 yards, but they needed more than that. So on 4th down, here's Sam Cook to punt it away. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds.
At their own 27-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And the stakes in this game certainly high as we get toward the end of the regular season. For now, they are holding a wild card spot, but there are no shortage of other teams in the NFC looking to take that spot from them.
Starting with the guys on the other side of the field because they're on the outside looking in, and no one likes to be in that position. You want to be in the room, not looking inside to see everyone else having fun.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on 1st down. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Big Sheldon Rankins there to bring him down. Well, these two teams hooking up for the 2nd time this year. They first met back in October, Week 7. And it was the visiting Bengals who came away with the victory in that one, so they'll look to take the season series now here at home in Cincinnati. Here's a throw out wide complete to his running back right side. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. And he's got Hurst, his tight end. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the 1st down.
They will throw on 1st down with Burrow.
containing him is becoming a big problem. We've already seen this once earlier in this drive.
Yeah, and so now 2 times this has happened. Do you adjust something?
Yeah, I think you do. I think you got to start thinking about your rush lanes. Try not to either get too wide or too narrow. Make sure someone is there waiting for him to take off.
Mixon with a first down carry. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Back-to-back 11-yard gains, and they've got another first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. And that's out quickly to Chase. Touchdown! Chase with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Bengals are on the board here in the final minute of the first half.
After nearly 30 minutes of football, that touchdown puts us in a position where if they make the extra point, we're right back to even before we start the second half.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And we are tied here in the second quarter. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. On the return, Devin Duvernay. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they've got just under 50 seconds, so time enough to try to work their way downfield if they so choose. The drive will commence with a run by J.K. Dobbins. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
They go play action now. Jackson eluding the pressure right. That's complete. It's Devin Duvernay. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
Jackson, draw play to Dobbins. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half.
At the Bengals 37-yard line.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Now it's Jackson. Buying time to his left. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. On the left hash, this from 48 yards. Tucker's kick is good. And that will do it for this first half. So we have reached halftime here with the visiting Ravens out in front. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. The Bucs set to get the football first, and they trail here as we get started in the second half. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. It's been a tight game to this point. What do they need to do, Charles, to break through in the second half and take the lead?
Well, I think the first thing they need to do is thank their defense for keeping them in this game. And, you know, I think the defense is saying back to them, why don't you guys focus on getting some first downs, putting some drives together, give us a little bit of a break here. If we can get some rest, we'll play even better for you. And, oh, by the way, pay off a few of those drives with some points, too.
A running play on first down will get 4 up to the 29.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
From the 29, Burrow. That one taken in by T. Higgins.
A 7-yard gain. And the Bengals first down.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Running left, it's Mixon. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously... And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. He couldn't get away. He'll wind up losing a dozen yards, a 12-yard loss, and it brings up 3rd. So that'll leave Burrow and the Bengals with a 3rd and long after that sack we just saw.
11.
Burrow going to fake to Mixon and now look to throw. Trying to lay one up deep. It's caught inside the 25. And they're going to have this in a great spot way down in Baltimore territory. A big play there for Cincinnati.
Well, partner, that's how you make a long drive suddenly not so long anymore. One big play, and they're already in field goal range with designs on getting more than that.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Burrow looking to pass. Steps away to his left. And here he'll get it down to the 7. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on first down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
On 2nd down, here's Mixon. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half, and that trend is continuing here.
Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. Now it's Burrow. And he's going to be dropped back at the 15-yard line. Tyus Bowser coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it also brings up 4th. Well, he shot in, CD, like he was out of a cannon from that linebacker position, and even though they had a running back in the backfield, no one could stop him.
Well, you certainly diagnosed that play perfectly because as fast as he got into the backfield, you're exactly right. The running back had no shot to get over and try and protect his quarterback, and a sack resulted.
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And a short kick taken at about the 16. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
And their three-point halftime lead gone now, back to a tie game. But, Charles, I don't imagine that changes too much for this offense.
I would agree. I don't think it changes much at all, whether it's a three-point lead or a tie game. They know they have their work cut out for them, and they were going to run their offense in the same vein.
From the 29, Jackson.
He'll swing this out to Dobbins.
2 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be third down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
On third down, Jackson. And this is going to be hauled in by the tight end Andrews. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. Play action. It's Jackson. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field.
That is caught. It's Bateman for a Raven touchdown. Rashad Bateman.
His third touchdown now on the year.
And the Ravens have taken the lead here in the final seconds of the third quarter.
Tucker with the extra point, and that makes it a 17-10 score. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. They find themselves down 17-10 as they come up on a 1st and 10. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And he's going to be stopped here for no gain. And that's going to take us to the end of the third quarter of play. 1 quarter remains here in Week 16. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. They're passing here. Joe Burrow airing one out for Boyd. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score.
I think it's fair to say there's nothing that gets a crowd to its feet quite like a big play, and that was something special there. Boy, was he moving.
Well, in this league where coordinators worry so much about drawing up the right routes, blocking assignments, misdirections and stuff, they have these precise arrows and movements. Sometimes the best plays just come from the schoolyard where you look at your fastest guy and say, go long, go get it, big man.
17-17 the score, all even to this point as the kick's away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this fourth quarter to try to grab that lead back.
Throwing now, Jackson on 1st down.
He'll check this down to Dobbins out of the backfield.
That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And it's a 2nd down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
On 2nd down, a run with Dobbins.
And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Right back to Dobbins on 1st.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
Well, I can certainly tell my age, partner, because when I was a kid, running backs like J.K. Dobbins with over 2,000 yards in their final season in college, they went early in the draft. Instead, he somehow lasted until the second round. But how great is it to get a guy with that ability who can run it inside, run to the perimeter, and catch the football in the backfield? To be able to get him in the second round, that's what I call a steal.
And how about the quick feet there as he made a man miss on his way to a solid gain of 7.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. Jackson from the shotgun. Looking left side, Andrews with it complete. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. They're going for it with Dobbins. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. So he needed 1. He ended up getting 3.
And I really like the way he ran that one, too. That's really intelligent running because oftentimes a running back could get too greedy. Try and hit the home run on a play where you just need a few yards. Well done there, making sure he got the first down and not worrying about trying to get a touchdown.
Off the play fake, here's Jackson. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. It's a big play there for Baltimore. Jackson will keep it. And no signal, but I don't think he got the surge behind center. No, he's going to be kept out of the end zone. No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down. And they'll try to pound it in with Ricard. And trying to push forward, but he is going to be stuffed up in the backfield. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. They'll try to run with Dobbins, and he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. J.K. Dobbins hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Ravens answer back with a touchdown of their own to break our tie and take the lead here in the 4th. They do tack on the extra point as well, and they will take a 7-point lead. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Bengals drive about to get going. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offensive sails because they had it going pretty good last time, too.
Had to sit over there for a little while, didn't they? You know, they were eager, amped up to get back on the field after just scoring, hoping to get the ball back quickly. That didn't happen, so I'd say come out, just kind of get started again. You know, doesn't have to be anything dramatic. Just get moving, get loose again, and see if they can get it downfield.
Burrow. Connecting with Mixon. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
I
like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the fourth. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
11 coming. 11 mighty. 11 mighty.
Now Burrow. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
Whew, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle, so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
Here's Burrow. He'll drop this one down to Mixon.
The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game.
Throwing, Burrow.
He finds his man, complete. That's Morgan. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. A big connection on that one. 31 yards.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Burrow.
And this ball is caught. It's a touchdown. And now in the final seconds, they're a PAT away from likely getting this thing to overtime.
A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is in a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
Nothing separating these two sides. 24 all our score as he sends this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Set at the line for this next drive. They have a little bit of time here to get into field goal range. Not much. A tie game, you don't want to do anything crazy, right?
I agree with you on that one. Risk reward, okay? If you go for it.
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now a final chance to stop it here as a timeout comes in with 10 seconds left in the game. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down.
Here's Jackson. Connecting with Andrews.
And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Throwing, Jackson. That is caught, Bateman.
And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
Now Jackson.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off at the 25. And he will bring it back. It's a pick six from Bengals TV. Making back-to-back weeks now. A pick six for him. He had one a week ago.
Talk about being in the groove, and what are the odds of what we're seeing right here? You don't see it happen very often. Listen, if you get a pick six in a season, it's been a big year, let alone back-to-back weeks. Tell you this, I wouldn't play cards against this guy in the locker room.
Well, we were on hand for a fun and entertaining game here, coming down really to that last play. Great job defensively to get the pick and seal it.
And we know that every play during a game matters. You're never sure which one's going to be one of the key ones. But at the end of the game, when you analyze it, 3, 4, 5 plays are going to be the ones you focus on. And that last play was one of them. The last shot had to take it, and they came up with the interception and sealed their victory.
So for Cincinnati, it's a big win here as they move to 11-4 now on the year. And they'll have another home date next week as the Kansas City Chiefs come to town. Meanwhile, for Baltimore, they're guaranteed now a sub-500 season as they fall to 6-9. And they'll have a chance at redemption next week at home against the Los Angeles Rams.